The Bills have emerged as one of the best teams in the entire AFC. They've been trending up for a while, but it is no secret that landing Josh Allen dramatically sped up their championship window. Josh Allen is now an MVP candidate and one of the best quarterbacks in the entire league. They made it one game away from the Super Bowl before being taken down by the Chiefs, but all in all, it was a fantastic season and Bills fans should be thrilled. However, I do have a pretty major concern with the Bills, and I really think they need to address it to get back where they were last year or even make the Super Bowl, and that is they are way too dependent on Josh Allen. And albeit if you were to choose someone to lean on, make it a 6'5", 240-pound guy with a bazooka attached to his right arm. But the complete abandonment of the run game in their playoff games was very alarming to me, and I think we need to take a deeper dive to exactly why this is such a problem, how the Bills address this problem, and if I think they will make the change. When we look at the main issue, we can really focus on last season's playoff run. The regular season is great, but when it comes down to these games, the schemes are the most important because they are win or go home situations. Let's look at some stats from the Bills' 3 playoff games. In their wild card game against the Colts, Josh Allen had a very impressive night. He went 26 of 35, 324 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He was good against the Ravens too, 23 of 37, 206 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Not his best game, but he didn't turn it over and they got the win. In their loss to the Chiefs, he threw the ball a staggering 48 times. But what we need to focus on is the run game. In those 3 games, they only ran the ball 55 times. 25 of those carries came from Josh Allen. Josh Allen had 9 more carries than the next guy on this list in running back Devin Singletary. I don't like this for a lot of reasons. One is even though he's a massive dude with the most deceptively quick legs in the NFL, you're putting him in situations to get hurt every single time he drops back and every time he takes off and runs the ball, whether it's designed or not. The whole team would fall apart if he gets hurt, and I don't like all the situations he's getting put in. Well, now I guess the Bills do have reigning Nickelodeon MVP, Moneybag Mitch, but I still think Bills fans prefer Josh Allen. And also, maybe more importantly, the Bills became so one-dimensional. They are so good and elite at throwing the ball. This allowed them to beat some very good teams, but that is not a consistent winning recipe. I don't see a team without a top 5 defense being able to pull off a Super Bowl playing like that. And they had less than 10 rushing attempts a game to people not named Josh Allen. Even in Mahomes' Super Bowl win, Damian Williams had a very good chance at winning Super Bowl MVP. But here's where I want to make a very important distinction. The problem with the Bills isn't play calling or whether I think their heads are in the right place or not, because they do want to run the ball. However, when they do run the ball, it usually goes nowhere. That is the problem. They tried and tried and tried to get the run game going and never had success, and that is a very important distinction to make. So when the playoffs came around, they said, why waste drives in certain plays when we know the better option is always going to be putting the ball in Josh Allen's hands? And so that's what they did. They would max protect 7 people, send 3 people out on routes, or they went 5 wide, spread everything out, and they never let up on their pass-only plan. And this tells me right away they know it's a problem. They're willing to do things to make the right football decision. So Bills fans should be exciting that they know that their coaches just aren't dumb. They know what they're going to focus to re-implement the run because they know that's what is best for winning football. Even GM Brandon Beane said it to the media. Now, the second most important thing is how will they do it? And their offseason moves makes me question things a little bit, but they do have Zach Moss coming back, who I think will be a much bigger part of the offense, and if he's not, he needs to be. After a rookie year where he didn't get a ton of touch-ins, but whenever he did, I was very impressed. They added some depth to their offensive line, which I was glad to see, but let's be honest, most of the run game comes from the offensive line. They will have Deion Dawkins and Darrell Williams back. They're solid tackle tandem. They'll have Cody Ford and Mitch Morse as well, and once I started to take a closer look, these guys make up a really solid front. So why do they struggle so bad? And I looked in these guys more individually. They are mostly all pass blocking specialists, which is something we can overlook because we can just assume a guy is good at both or neither. So I don't think the Bills need to go out and get new starters and possibly ruin the chemistry that they've already had and built. So going back and rewatching their 3 playoff games, I realized that they are a very good third down team and they pass it most of the time. And after checking the stats in the regular season, this all checked out. They were first in the league in third down conversions. Knowing this, I think there's some things they can do schematically to help the run game. Grabbing some keynotes from Kyle Shanahan, I love all the jet across the field long motions, that really makes the defense uncomfortable. The Bills were usually set or did a little short shuffle motion, but not really crossing sides of the fields. The 49ers do this a lot with their tight ends and their slot receivers because it makes the defense very uncomfortable. It flips the field, and they have to make decisions and adjustments at the last second. This is how schematically I would like to see Buffalo make more clear running and cutback lanes to add that dimension to their offense. And their running game will always have an advantage because the defense has to respect the pass game so much, because they do have Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, and now Emmanuel Sanders and Josh Allen throwing it to all of them. So am I worried about the Bills? I am if they don't find a more successful way to run the ball and can lean on it in key moments or just for better clock management in general. But where I'm not worried is I know they know it's a problem. I feel very optimistic that they are working diligently this offseason, working to making their team and their systems better. They are in their championship window right now, and I hope they make these changes because they are a legitimate candidate to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like the video. If you like videos like these, make sure to comment down below what you think the Bills' record's going to be and how you think they're going to fare off, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoy daily sports content. If you've made it to this part in the video, thank you so much. If it sounds a little bit different, I am very sick right now, but you know, nothing's going to stop it. We're going to get these videos out for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.